So, what the hell is happening in crypto right now? We're going to break it all down for you guys in this video. Just make sure you stick with me until the end because you need to see this full breakdown to really have a good grasp on what is happening. The Kobayashi letter, one of the best places to get real strong data and information. So, I want to take you through this thread that they recently put out earlier today, but also add some layers here and some things that I personally am doing right now to stay ahead of the curve. But get this, guys. Over the last 41 days, crypto has erased 1.1 trillion in market cap. Not billion, trillion. That means $27 billion per day. And a lot of people point back to October 10th and the flash crash, but we're still feeling the heat here. The crypto market cap is now 10% below levels seen during the record $19 billion liquidation event on the aforementioned October 10th. But this is a structural move. And if you look at the timeline of events here, crypto nears 4.3 trillion in market cap at the top here. Trump announces 100% tariffs on China. Look at this. Boom. Big sell-off. Largest liquidation event in crypto history. Then we have Trump says American will be number one in crypto. Boom. More crypto erase. Crypto erases 1.1 trillion in 41 days. It just doesn't add up. Bitcoin has fallen now below 93,000, and at the current price levels, we're sitting at 92, basically flat. But there's more here. The isolated sell-off in crypto has now erased 1.2 trillion of market cap in 5 weeks. Liquidations are still happening. So what's really happening here? Like, what is really going down? Well, if we look at this full breakdown from Kobayashi, which I'll get here to in just a second, let me show you exactly everything that's going on right now. It says the decline has been strange for one reason. There haven't been many material bearish developments on the fundamental side of crypto. The fundamentals look good. Just days ago, Trump said America being number one in cryptos is his top priority, but Bitcoin's still down 25% in the last month. It also appears to be a structural and mechanical downturn. It all began with institutional outflows in mid to late October. In the first week of November, crypto funds saw $1.2 billion of outflows. The problem becomes excessive levels of leverage amid these outflows. Leverage in crypto is unique. It is common for speculators to take on positions that are leveraged at 20x, 50x, or even 100x. As seen below, a 2% move at 100x could would liquidate your position entirely. When millions of traders are using leverage, this leads to a domino effect. And as a result, when these sudden downswings happen in crypto, liquidations surge. As seen on October 10th, the $19 billion liquidation spree led to the first ever 20,000 BTC daily candlestick. Excessive levels of leverage have resulted in a seemingly hypersensitive market. Over the last 16 days alone, we've seen 3 days with liquidations exceeding 1 billion. Daily liquidations of 500 plus million have become a normal occurrence. Particularly in periods of thin volume, this results in violent crypto swings, and it goes in both directions. It also explains the sudden shift in sentiment. We are now in extreme fear. This is now tying the bottom seen in February 2025, even as Bitcoin is up 25% since the April bottom. Leverage is amplifying shifts in investor sentiment. Still not convinced? Take a look at the chart of Bitcoin versus gold. Gold is just crushing Bitcoin in this tight time frame. Since early October, gold has outperformed Bitcoin by 25 percentage points. Then look at Ethereum. Ethereum's getting drilled right now. It's now officially down 8.5% on the year. Since October 6th, it's down massively, 35%. This is beyond bear market territory despite a broader rally in all risky assets across the board. Therefore, when you really zoom out, it seems that crypto is in a structural bear market. The fundamental value of crypto has only improved, but market dynamics are shifting. As with any efficient markets, the wrinkles will work their way out. We think the bottom is near. These trends in crypto are very interesting because, again, from a fundamental standpoint, guys, we look really, really good. But when you're over leveraged like this and everybody's on these perp dexes, this is where things get out of control, right? You have some altcoins still going up during this time, which is interesting, right? But Bitcoin itself sitting here at 92 flat, you know, I can't see us going too much lower than here before making a reversal. We were all calling for 94. We're coming down a little bit lower than that. Now, we said a lot of the same things back in April, right? This was back in April on the weekly chart of Bitcoin. And keep in mind in April, guys, we were at $110,000. We wicked all the way down to 74K from 110. So, I mean, you could come down 40, 50%, and, that's kind of normal. And if you look at the kind of percentage here from the top of this wick down, we're down about 27%. From that 126K down to 91 right now. We've lost $34,000 of value to Bitcoin, down 27% in the last 6 weeks. Now, if you look at this right here, from this top to this bottom, we lost 32%. From the peak at 109 down to 74 and some change, 32%, right? And again, looking at this, down to this level, we're almost down to those levels that we saw in April on the pullback. But then look what happened after. So you've got to have a long-term time horizon, and especially with altcoins. Altcoins are just far riskier, but Bitcoin can go through these 30% corrections. In fact, it's showed this strength throughout its history, just to rally really strong afterwards. So I think the bottom is close here. Can we come down a little bit more and touch maybe 88K, 90K? That would kind of mirror what happened back in April. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. I wanted to kind of give you guys my 2 cents, but you've got to have a long-term, outlook on this. But this is a structural bear market in crypto, and I don't think bear markets last years now. I think in this market it's different. They last maybe weeks or months, and then you find bottom and you start to reverse, and risk starts to starts coming back into these markets. So that's where we are right now. We'll continue to track things, guys, but keep a level head out there. Have a plan to win and to survive in any type of market. That's the key. You can't let what's happening right now derail your entire, journey here. If you'd have let that happen back in April, you'd have been pissed when it went back up to 126. If you'd have let that happen in the bear market where we saw Bitcoin go down to 15K, you'd have been very upset, right? So that's kind of where we are right now. I appreciate you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. We'll continue to monitor everything, give you guys our thoughts. If you want to level up with us, check out our Patreon, link down below as well. Love to have you guys over there, and we'll see you guys in the next video.